Okay, today we will explain about the integration management plan. Here you can see the mind map that we are create the mind map for the integration management plan. This is the one of process and knowledge area should be understand if you want to know more about the PM book or pass the PMP. Okay, let's check it out. First, here we go. Project integration management plan is the coordination of all elements of the project, include the coordinating task, resource, stakeholder, and any other project element. This is the definition of project integration management. So, another things we should understand that project integration management is a holistic, integrated view tied plan together, align effort, and highlight how they depend on the each. An integrated view all plan can, this is the key, identify and correct gap or conflict. So we should be identify and correct the gaps or the conflict happen during the project. This is the project integration management. Now there are 7 or 8 points. It's talking about the integration management plan here. So you can see we create the detailed meaning of more detail and more elaborate regarding the project integration itself. Now here you can read from here, no need to remind, you just try to read and try to understand. I believe if you read this maybe 2 or 3 times, you will get the point what the meaning of the project integration is about. Okay, now we're starting from the process, the initiation here. The initiation, we have the project charter. In the planning, we should develop the project management. In the execution, we have the direct and managed work, and second, manage the project knowledge. In the monitoring and controlling, we monitor and control, then perform integrated change control. The last is closing, we are close the project or the phase. Now I will explain about the project charter. Project charter is coming from the need assessment first. The need assessment is define the business case and benefit management plan. This is 2 documents that required for us doing the need assessment. Okay, before we need assessment, first reminder that the company have the business value. That business values will be defined in tangible and intangible. So the business value should be increased in the future, and that will be driven by the project. That's why they will define it in the strategy, and then portfolio, program, project, then hand over to operation. Which one the portfolio, which one the program, which one is the project that will be decided, it will be conduct or bring in need assessment stage. In the need assessment stage, that will be defined which one is the best for the project, which one is the best of the program that will be bring in the for the team. Yeah, so 2 documents we require to decide it. Yeah, that's I explained before. We need the business case and second, business management plan. This is what we are talking about the project charter. After that one, project sponsor will create the project charter, and in the project charter there are key deliverable, key milestone, the purpose of the project, the description of the project, then who is the project manager. We define it in the project charter, and this is authorized or approved by project sponsor. Okay, this is the initiation. And next we are going to in the planning. In the planning, we will develop the project management. In the project management, the project management plan, we are create the stakeholder, scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communication, risk, procurement, and also we create the project measurement baseline. It consists the scope baseline, schedule baseline, and last is cost baseline. After we create the planning, So the meaning of planning here, we are create the planning from the all knowledge area in the project management, from the stakeholder until the procurement. After that, we do the execution. We are doing execution, we are create our deliverable, and we are manage the knowledge. Yeah, knowledge we can get from the tacit or in the explicit. Tacit is the sharing, and then the experience and our communication, what we get improvement during the our relation and communicating each other. Explicit is refer to document that we are created and what we are registered in the log, even risk register, even the change register, even the issue log. Yeah, change log, no, change register, no, change log and issue log. This is the explicit. In the explicit, more talking about the document. In the execution, we are getting the data. So the data we call the work performance data, not that is wrong, yeah. Work performance data. We got the thing in the execution phase. After that, we next to the next phase is the monitoring and controlling. In the monitoring and controlling, we are monitor and control our project and perform the integrated change control. Integrated change control is really related with the change management system. Okay, there is the changing in the project and then change control board or CCB. During the monitoring and controlling, we are produce the information from the data we get in the execution. The data become the work performance information. This is in the controlling process. After that, we are gathering all information, become the work performance report. This is the all project control work. Yeah, we are gathering the information that we get from the data, and then it will be defined by each department, and then they gathering that one in the one document is called the project performance report. Okay, now after we are complete the execution, control and monitoring in regularly, the last phase is the closing. In the closing, we just create the final product. We are update the document for the final product, even maybe service, you will create the service. Sometimes not only product that we are creating in the project, sometimes also the service like the advertising, marketing. This is the service project. The final report, and we are updated one in the OPA. One of the OPA that we are already updated during the closing is move or the change the lesson learned register become the lesson learned repository. This should be remembered. Yeah, lesson learned, it will be gathering actually from the planning until the closing actually. Yeah, but before we are close the project, we should move that all data here to the lesson learned repository. What is lesson learned repository? This is will be used for the next project or for the next improvement. We should be gathering that one. Okay, future improvement. Now we put the tool and technique that required. You should understand what is expert judgment, what is data analysis, and we are define what the detail of data analysis consists. There are alternative analysis, cost benefit analysis, earned value analysis, root cause analysis, trend analysis, variance analysis, document analysis, and blah 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 until the change control tool. You can read this one. Yeah, you can googling or you can open the PM book to understand what the meaning that each this one. You should be know that one tool and technique, because sometimes the question in the PMP is very related with the tools and technique. If you already understand the meaning, I believe it's more easier for you to understand the question. Okay. Now in here we are explain which one, what is waterfall, what is the incremental, what is agile, what is adaptive. Waterfall is we have the scope fix, delivery one time. Increment, scope fix, delivery multiple. agile scope change, deliver multiple, iterative scope change, deliver one time. And waterfall, same, or we call the predictive, increment, agile, or iterative, same with the adaptive, or we call with the adaptive. And now we should understand in the project integration management there are project management information, yeah, project management information, or PMIS, we call the PMIS, and then configuration management system. This is configuration and change management. What is the difference? In configuration, we are version control and product and feature. Whenever we are talking about the revision in the product or feature, or we added the some feature, it means should be controlled by configuration management system. It should be controlled by configuration management system. How about the change management system? Change management regarding the changing in the project, on the process, in the document related to the project, and should be approved by CCB. So once again, configuration is more focused in the product and feature, and change management focusing in the changing in the project. After that, you should understand what the difference between risk, issue, and assumption. Here we already explained. And there are two influence in project. One is OPA, Organization Process Asset, and then EEF, Enterprise Environment Factor. OPA here, you can read it one, and EEF, you can read on this one. Okay. Anyway, more detail, you can searching in the PM book actually. But here I try summary what should be remain by yourself, because if you open the PM book, I worry it's too many information, and you cannot focus which one is most important. Should be understand if you want to pass the PMP. I hope from this mind map you more get easy to understand what will be focusing by yourself before you are doing the real exam. Okay, for today, thank you.